if we're, oh yeah, baby. So, but slept in. Yeah, what's up? I haven't really looked if anybody's watched these yet, but yesterday, so today is day 5. Happy day 5 to me and to anyone else who is doing some daily routines in their January or their New Year 2025. Yesterday was Saturday, and Saturdays I thought might be the hardest. I got up at 6:30, but got everything done. Did no biggie, and like a food vendor and some other vendors and stuff, and so hung out for a while with some friends. 2 a.m. So then when I just slept in today till like 10. So got late for her that I have to catch up on. But fucking week just for myself, just to like clean this room, clean my room, organize my camera shit. My iCloud works again because I have too much shit and there's not enough like storage. And I need to get rid of some of that and just put it on the computer. And fucking my desktop on my computer is like a clusterfuck. My downloads folder, I have way too much shit. I think say yes to alcohol, I say yes to drugs, I say yes to pussy, and like saying no to those things is already really hard. But then saying no to somebody who asks you for help, or like, I mean, it's just like last night, they're like, hey, do you want to come to this event? You're done. And then, I want to help out a friend and cover shift. I also need to make some money. But now I've worked 4 shifts instead of my normal 2 out by tomorrow. But then I'm like, so I'm this whole week is still kind of doing things that are like, it's just like, okay, this was the New Year's. And then it's like, first kind of thing, probably a week or something of that effect. But I know that I'm going to live my life better being organized, having a clean out the clutter. And yeah, it's a bit tricky, man. Fuck, dude. Like, it's just so wild. I'm gonna figure it out, of course. But I was a couple weeks off from my therapist, and then I go back in a Wednesday, and she's gonna be like, "So, like, I stopped drinking." So, things. Been having this week to myself, but I can measure myself against where I was, and where I was drinking a lot and not doing these disciplined things, and I am now doing this other. If you like listen to this ever, you're just gonna probably hear me ranting about this same thing, because I haven't really figured out a way. I definitely find myself being funnier with people, but I'm no Bill Burr, so but or whatever, maybe I'll work those. I've been writing a bit. I'm a person who just loves to do a bunch of shit, and then I get frustrated because there's too much shit to do. So that's a catch-22. But I mean, like, creatively, the things that I want to do right now, I got podcast. I want to do music. That will then bring in music. So that's 5 right there. That's 7 on the creative front. I do want to learn how to dance. I don't know if that's creative. It's like a lot of people are good at it, but it's just like people do it, and I get to do things the way I want as long as I can pay my bills and keep my obligations and stuff like that. I do think that raising my rates, and especially if I'm already like paying my bills with bartending, raising higher. I'm like, hey, can you do this little thing here? And then I definitely bit off more than I can chew on work, even though they're like, oh, do you want to go scout? We got to move that time back, figure out my camera gear for low light, get all that shit together. By that time, it's time to go. So then we go, and then I got to get there half hour before, 2 hours, 3 hours or so at night till I passed out, and I'm still not done. So I think a lot of people don't realize Sister is for a charity event, so it's all pro bono. And it's something that I want to do to help other people, but at the same time, it is not for me, and it is taking away from my time. It is making me better. So I have to consider that like as a positive. It is helping a cause that I want to help. I want to be involved with things that are greater than myself. But I do at the director that I work with. I worked with him quite a bit this last year. He has a potential guy. Do you want to come down any lower? And I was like, read something from Alex Hermosi the other day. And he was just like, and he's like, this is extras that I will do for you, basically signaling to the no, this is my rate, my time. And if it's not, like, if you can't afford that, that's fine. Come back to me when you can. So I still haven't had that conversation with Michael. So probably have to do that at some point. But it's just like, yeah, I don't want to like keep like lower my rate. Well, then if they I can't continually discounting my rate, and I only get the suckers from friends, acquaintances and friends and people that I'm like, fuck, man, yeah, I like these guys. I want to help them out. Trying to just, be what do you call that? Something with your time, just as with also paying my bills and all that shit. I do think I'm going to be able to save a lot more money now that I'm not far more infrequent, and that's going to be, which is why I need to keep charging the rates I need to for gear rental and stuff, because this shit happens all the time. These kind of shoots, your video, I'm sure all these businesses. I remember when I started the podcast and thinking like, yeah, dude, I have these conversations all the time with my friends. Why don't we kick on and stuff? And it'll be easy. And it brings me a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. And I'm like still committed. So I'm excited about that. I got to run off to the bar for the shift I picked up. So if you're listening, thanks. If you have any questions, shoot me something in the comments. I will